are so wonderful. Hello. Welcome. Hello to all of you who are here. Those of you watching online, welcome, welcome, welcome to the New Thought Center for Spiritual Living. I want to let you all know right off the bat, those of us who are up here today who are not wearing masks have tested and we are negative. Thank you for those in the room who are wearing your masks just to keep us all extra well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the time in our service where we take just a brief moment and acknowledge that we are on the land of the Kalapuya people. And we affirm indigenous history, experiences, and sovereignty. Let's take a deep breath. What a blessing it is to be here this day that love has made. If you are new or if you are newish here, know that you have stepped into an inclusive, progressive, and compassionate, spirit-led community that focuses on social justice and helping to make the world a better place and doing our inner work so that we can go out into the world and be of service in an even greater way. Sound good? That is who we are. Yes. That's who we are here. That's who we are. If you would like more information, you can go to our website, newthoughtcsl.org, or also we have info on the tables as you walk out. You can get all kinds of info there. Just know that here at the New Thought Center for Spiritual Living, we not only accept everyone, we wholeheartedly welcome you exactly as you are, all people, all faith paths, every human is welcome here, even a dog or two. I'm a dog person. Just know that we've mindfully and we've thoughtfully created this place just for you exactly as you are this day. So with that, I want to invite all of you here online to turn around and wave at the folks at home. Say hi so we can bring them into this room and we can be with them. Yes, thank you, Mary. And also we have just this beautiful violet, this beautiful plant was given to us today by Jenny Perelson. And these flowers are to celebrate the new member orientation that is happening today. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, yes. And I'm just going to say, if you want to know a little more about what we're doing today at 12:30, we're going to be out in the courtyard. You're going to get to meet some of us. We're going to chat. We're going to let you know what's happening. It's an hour of insight and information. So I invite you to that. With that, I would like for all of us to take a nice deep breath in as I invite Practitioner Shelley up for our opening blessing.
Thank you, Rev Shannon. Please join me as we anchor this time together in spirit. If you choose, you can take a nice breath, allowing that breath to connect the body, the soul, the mind. It's all really one beautiful expression of this thing that I call God. How good it is this day to be in a spiritual community that remembers, that recognizes, that claims, that exclaims the truth that there is a love that makes each of us free. That there is a peace that passes all understanding. That there is an infinite power that is with us and for us. Because at the core of each one of us, this power, this love, it is us. How good it is to celebrate love this day. And so in this space, I speak a word of blessing on our time together. Whether we are here in this room or in the far reaches of the globe, what I know is that we are one. And this day, we celebrate that oneness. We celebrate this love. We celebrate this grace that brings us all together. We may look very different. We may think very differently. And that is good. Because there is love. And so for this community that brings us all together, I am so grateful for this day to celebrate love. I am so grateful for the music, for the message, for the kids, for all of it. We give profound thanks, and we let it be. Blessed, blessed be. And so it is. And so This is our time for spiritual practice. And I'm going to invite the great, the one and only LaRhonda Steele to come join us. I love that moment of celebration. You are celebrated. So let's all take another breath. We're singing We Let It Be. And I would like to invite you to allow this song, to allow these words, to allow this rhythm, to allow this message to move you. Please stand as you're able, stand as you choose, and join us. Sing if you'd like to sing, dance if you'd like to sing. I really recommend you sing with LaRhonda Steele. It's a great joy and a blessing. But join us and allow Spirit to move you through this song.
Oh, we let the love.
And so it is. Thank you, LaRhonda. Whew. I'd like to invite our beloved practitioner and board treasurer to do our spiritual practice reading.
Good morning. As your treasurer, it is one of my essential jobs to treasure all that we are, all that we do, and all that we have. This morning, I'm reading from the Upanishads, a part called The Crown of India's Soul by Sri Chinmoy. The face of truth is covered with a brilliant orb. Remove it, O sun, so that I, who am devoted to the truth, may behold truth. The face of truth awakens us. The eye of truth feeds us. The heart of truth builds us. And so it is.
Thank you, John. Once again, LaRonda Steele.
What a blessing it is to be with you this morning. Got a song about truth. Yes. Where do we find truth? We're looking for it in a lot of different places. But where is it? It's deep inside. All right. Come on now. Hey, hey. Yeah.
the New Thought Messengers, Shelley, Faith, and Kate. Wow. Oh, I felt God in my whole body. Ooh, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, what a blessing it is to be here. I hope you all who are watching at home were dancing in your living room, because we sure were here. I want to start us off. I want to begin with a quote from a writer that I absolutely love. I've discovered, in the past year or so. His name is Padraig O'Tuama. He's an Irish writer. He wrote, "Let us pick up the stones over which we stumble, friends, and build altars." Let us pick up the stones over which we stumble, friends, and build altars. We stumble when we forget that the truth is right where we are. And this is the title of my talk today. The truth is right where we are. So many years ago, like a decade plus ago, I found myself in an outdoor sort of adventure place with my family. And my brother Michael was with us. My brother Michael, I have 5 brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest. My brother Michael, good Irish family, my brother Michael is my Irish twin. We're born just a year and a half apart. We were in the playpen together. He was my first friend, Our love is oceans deep and lifetimes long. And when we hit adolescence, the ride got a little bumpy. Anybody? Anyone? Just the adolescence thing? Just me? Okay. And so our relationship kind of drifted at that time. Adolescence and then into sort of early adulthood and, blah, 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 right? It doesn't even matter. It just drifted. And so at this very time, when I was at this outdoor adventure place with my family, my brother and I, it was a little strained. It wasn't horrible or anything. It was quite civil. We were civil, but it was strained. And we walked past, all of us, this big bungee jumping adventure thing. And somebody in the group said, "Hey, who wants to bungee jump?" And Michael and I both raised our hands, and nobody else did. And so by default, or grace, we were put together to bungee jump together. For anyone who has done this or has seen this, you are strapped right next to the person, like arm around the person. It's all very safe. And I know, it really is, but here's the thing. And I'm not a person who's afraid of heights at all. So I thought, oh, sure, that just looks like so much fun because you go all the way up in the air and then they fly you all the way back and forth, And I thought, oh, this is going to be great. So here I am with Michael, of all people, at that time in my life, during that season of my life and our life together. And we're being hoisted up. Now, you have to know, my brother Michael is one of the funniest human beings on planet Earth. Literally, like he's one of the funniest humans you will ever meet. And so he's naturally cracking jokes, as is his way, as we're being hoisted up, And it's actually nice because it's kind of softening the situation a little bit, and we're both laughing and we're finding the humor in all of it. And as we're going up, suddenly we're on, we can see the tops of people's heads, and then we keep going and we keep sort of laughing and chuckling, and then we keep going up higher and higher. And then suddenly we see the top of the rooftops, and the jokes sort of start to slow down a little bit. And we're hoisted up higher, and then we see the tops of the trees. And suddenly the jokes turn into comments like, "Did you really realize it was up this high? Gosh, it really didn't seem like it was up this high." And then it kind of gets quiet. We get very quiet. And we start holding on to each other a little bit more tightly. And let me tell you, it was a lot higher than it looked. And as we kept getting hoisted higher and higher and higher, suddenly the energy between us changed. And we moved from casual, joking, la la la, to saying things like, you know, I really love you. And I'm so sorry for everything I've ever done to hurt you. And I care for you, and you mean everything to me. And as we were literally being raised even up higher, everything changed between us in that moment. And we started commenting on the gratitude we have for our family and the love that we have for our family members who are on the other side of life as we were getting really, really high up there. And then the realization that, oh my word, we might fall. And so we held on to each other even tighter. And just before we had to pull the cord that would then free us and allow us to swing from God knows how high all the way down and all the way back up again and back. Just before we pulled that cord, my brother Michael and I squeezed each other tightly. And there was a forever moment of healing that happened between us. And for me personally, I would never speak for my brother. For me personally, I made a commitment in that moment that my relationship with my brother would forever be different. That I would see him from the height of love and not the effect of arguments. And we pulled the cord and we flew and we were screaming and laughing and in total fear and delight and absolute love. And after what seemed like an eternity of swinging back and forth, we finally landed on the ground, and I can tell you that we were forever changed. That there had been an opening for healing, for deep healing. Now, it took a while. Humans, we take a while. But the opening happened there. And that was a profound experience in my life, in my spiritual life, and in my spiritual journey. And I'm so pleased to share with all of you that, my gosh, now my brother Michael and I just delight at each other and our lives. Hi, Michael, I love you. I love you. And I'm so sorry for anything I did when I was a teenager. Okay. No, I'm teasing. But I do love you, Michael. Friends, we certainly do not have to climb to ridiculous heights to find the truth. It really is right where we are. The truth that I'm speaking about today is the spiritual truth that is where we are. And to clarify this, the small t truth are things like you are here, or you are listening today, or, a small t truth is you have this job, or you are retired, or you are gay, or you are straight, or you are in recovery, or you are a good cook, or you are from Wichita. Those are small t truths. The capital T truth that I am speaking of today has been the object of ancient sacred texts and countless chants and prayers and songs and dances since the beginning of time. This, my friends, is the capital T truth, the highest truth, and that is unconditional love. Unconditional love. Wayne Dyer wrote, "The nature of the God force, the unseen intelligence in all things, which causes the material world and is the center of both the spiritual and physical plane, is best described as pure, unconditional love." The center of both the spiritual and physical plane, the center, is best described as pure, unconditional love. We tend to think of love as romantic love or an affectionate love, towards our friends, our children, our grandparents, our loved ones. And those are very important aspects of love for sure. But the highest form of love, the highest truth that is right where we are, is unconditional love. Unconditional love for ourselves, for others, and for humanity. The Greeks called this agape love. And this agape love is the walk of all the great sages and saints and spiritual teachers and spiritual seekers. Unconditional love is the highest truth in our universe, and it is always right where we are, just waiting to be revealed and unveiled and experienced. In thinking about this idea that this unconditional love is right where we are, I decided to bring it into my spiritual practice this week. And I did something new. I've been doing moving meditations for the better part of 25 years now. And I've done a variation of this moving meditation I want to share with you. I am in my new neighborhood and enjoying, yes, thank you. It's so nice to be so close. And I've been so enjoying my walks with my little dog, Malachi. And I decided to sort of create for myself a moving meditation that was connected to this experience of the revelation or the revealing of unconditional love right where we are. And so I consciously decided on my walk to get out of my head, anybody? To get out of my head and to begin to mindfully see in every leaf, in every tree, in every person walking by, in every puppy that they are walking, in every person in their car or watering their front lawn or working in their garage, I decided to consciously see the unconditional love at the center of them. Malachi was like, wow, we're walking slowly. I slowed down. I tend to... I slowed way down. I invite you into this practice. I invite you into the practice of allowing yourself to lean into this life force, recognizing this unconditional love at the center of everything. And as I did this, and as I even this morning did this, I felt the capital T truth that despite whatever we may be moving through, whatever challenges we may be going through, the highest truth is that unconditional love is waiting to be felt and known. And as I was doing this, I was reminded even further that, in some esoteric teachings, there is this saying, some of you might have heard this, that everything is an illusion. You heard that? Everything is an illusion, right? I have struggled with that for the better part of 10 years, easily a decade. I've really struggled with it, and I've really thought about it, this idea that everything is an illusion, and that we are just seeing this sort of world of effect. And I have to tell you, what this practice of seeing unconditional love brought for me was the clarity that idea is very harmful. That idea diminishes what we are feeling and moving through, that everything is an illusion. No, I believe that idea is perhaps just as damaging as the archaic idea that God is an old man puppeteer in the sky who's moody and angry most of the time. It's the same kind of thing. Do you see? If we subscribe to this idea that everything is an illusion, then what is the purpose? What is the purpose? What I came to in this practice of walking each step and seeing the unconditional love is that really the highest truth is that each one of us has co-created this world of effect so that we can deeply, deeply experience the feeling of unconditional love, which is so real in this material world. Are you following me? Yeah. And so even though there is so much pain and difficulty, and you may be moving through challenges or illness or fear of any kind, injustice, hurt, there is also the profound and extraordinary healing of the unconditional love that is available in forgiveness and compassion and bungee jumps and the deepest kindnesses between strangers. I am clear We are not here to be part or witness an illusion. We are here to transform the darkened places with more unconditional love and light and truth. The key in all of it is to remember that Spirit is the very same unconditional love, this source energy that's at the center of you and I that LaRonda sang so beautifully about. It's at the center of you and I and every living creature, no matter how we are tossed about or hoisted up. And in this remembrance, we can rise above it and we can speak love into the places that are so desperately calling for it within ourselves and our world. The truth is that where we are, God is, because love is right where we are. Right here. Right here. The late, great American playwright, poet, and feminist Ntozake Shange wrote, "I found God in myself, and I loved her. I loved her fiercely." I found God in myself, and I loved her. I loved her fiercely. In that fierce love, we heal and we transform, and we are able to be the truth for ourselves and everyone around us. Can you feel that fierce love at the center of you? If you're not yet in a place where you can feel that fierce love at the center of you, the next time you go for a walk or you sit in nature or you sit in your backyard or on your porch, I invite you to tune in to the fierce love at the center of Mother Nature. It's a great place to start. It's a great place to begin. I really like the practical application of spirituality. Otherwise, it can turn into an intellectual exercise or an airy-fairy trip that goes nowhere. So, what I would like to do is apply this to our lives today. Are you with me? Okay, all right. Like my experience with my brother, often the stones we stumble over are the things that we have left unsaid. It is easier to feel and see the unconditional love on a walk in nature than it is to speak it to a person that you are having challenges with, right? And they are completely interconnected, these two ideas. So let me begin by asking you this question. If you happened to find yourself at an outdoor adventure park of some sort, and then you found yourself serendipitously, or as I prefer, divinely, placed with that one person that your soul longs to speak with on the deepest level, someone where there has been a word of love left unsaid, whoever that is for you, whether you're in relationship with that person or that person has passed on to the other side of life, I invite you to ask yourself gently in this moment, who would that person be for you right now, in this season of your life? Who would that person be for you? And so I invite you to take a deep breath. Just close your eyes as you are comfortable, or you can certainly look downward to a fixed spot on the floor in front of you. And tune in to who this person is. This person that you may want to speak a word of love to. And maybe you have more than one person pop up. That's fine. Just choose one for now. And I invite you to give yourself permission for this just to be easy, for this to be light, and for this to be light-filled. This doesn't have to be a heavy lift. Allow it to be easy. And just take another deep, nourishing breath. And give yourself the gift of silently speaking truth unconditional love to this person. Just silently speak to this person in the safety of this space and time. Just lean into freeing yourself by speaking your word of unconditional love to them now. And in your heart, where we all connect through space and time, just easily allow this person to really hear you and receive your offering of love. Now I invite you to allow anything else that may want to be shared from either of you to be silently shared in the safety and grace of your soul. And now I invite you to take a deep breath in and very gently open your eyes. And as you do this, as you come back to this space right here, I invite you to just notice what is around you. Notice what you see. Notice what you hear in the space that you are in. You here in the sanctuary, you at home, notice what is around you, what is out your window, what is in front of you, what is here, what is around you, what is to your left and to your right, and feel this unconditional love. This is the highest truth. It is within us, it is all around us, it is the air we breathe. Hold to this day. Hold to this day. So taking in another deep breath, fully returning, energized, revitalized, and fully present here now. The 14th century Sufi poet Hafiz or Hafez, depending on where you live, wrote, "I once asked a bird, 'How is it that you fly in this gravity of darkness?' She responded, 'Love lifts me. Love lifts me.' Whatever you may be going through, I invite you to consciously allow love to lift you. To lift you above the fray, to lift you above the stuff, to lift you above the fear. Allow love to lift you so high that you only can speak love because that is where you live. And if for a moment you are pulled back down into this world of effect, There too, on that walk, whether you are walking your dog or not, I invite you to shift your gaze to the unconditional love that is right in front of you. So this week, whatever you may be going through, I allow love to lift you, to be open to the magnificent. Allow yourself to be open to the magnificent. Consider going on a walk or sitting in nature or your backyard and allow this truth of the universe to be felt in the deepest places of your heart. This brings peace, I promise you. I also invite you to gently notice where you may be stumbling over the stones of the things that have been left unsaid. I invite you to pick them up, to speak truth, and to build an altar with those stones. No need to go bungee jumping, unless, of course, you want to. But give yourself permission to speak love into the world this week, wherever you can. And then observe the healing that happens all around. Let's pray. I invite you to take a deep breath in. As the practitioners make their way down to the front to join me in prayer, let's take in another deep, nourishing breath. Oh, how good it is to be in this love together. How good it is to be in this life together. What a blessing it is to be with each other on this journey of discovery. That this world that we live in, that has been co-created by each one of us and the divine, is always working on our behalf so that we can lean into the unconditional love at the center of it, always, always, in all ways. This day, I invite into this prayer our loved ones, our friends, our family, surrounding them in this same unconditional love, rising above anything that needs to be risen above, and proclaiming the truth that is right here. Oh, what a blessing it is to be right here together. And in this, on behalf of each one of us here, I allow this prayer to be a beacon of healing, love, and light to all the places that are calling for it. Any place that is experiencing violence or illness or fear. We together right now allow in our hearts, and therefore right where that is, love and more love, to be seen and heard and experienced and felt on the deepest level. And in this, I bless all people who gather in churches and mosques and synagogues and temples and ashrams and circles around trees and yoga mats and organizing meetings and prayer vigils. Blessing all of them, recognizing that we are all part of this one love that is expressing in all of its glorious and magnificent ways. How good it is to be a part of this one human family. What a blessing it is to let go, to let God, to let it be, to truly feel into the love that is right here. Oh, we are so blessed. And so from this place of grace and blessing and absolute gratitude, I let go, I let God, I let love be love in, through, and as me and as each one of us. And so it is. Blessed be. Amen. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Reverend Shannon O'Hurley. My. This is our time for conscious giving. And I want to acknowledge that you're here You're here because there's something in you that woke up this morning and said yes to a greater experience of unconditional love in your life. That's why you're here. You said yes. I am so grateful for that part of you that is a yes today. I'm also deeply grateful for this community that is a yes for that unconditional love. I'd like to invite you into supporting that. This building, these cameras, these people, it happens intentionally, and it happens because of your giving. If you're like me and you like to text to give every week, consider, is that number still valid for me? Is it time for me to consider upping my giving so that it matches what I receive, right? We show up again and again for love. We show up with our presence. We show up with our voice, singing together, right? We show up with our prayers. Thank you for that beautiful prayer, Rev Shannon. We show up with our finances. So there are many ways you can give. We're going to pass the baskets here. You can give at newthoughtscsl.org. You can text to give at 503-966-3236. Set it up once. It's there forever. Super easy. But whatever is yours to give, let's speak a word of blessing on it in all gratitude. From the love of pure spirit in me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And if you're not following the great LaRonda Steele on all the socials, please do, because she does such wonderful work in the community, and she's performing all over the place. And make sure you're following her. Let's have some LaRonda Steele.
Before we do that, one of the places that LaRonda is going to be performing is the Alberta Rose Theatre on September 10th with our very own Adrian Martin in their fantastic, fabulous, Fablastilist tribute to Nina Simone, their annual concert. So please support that. It's a really wonderful event.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So for those of you at home and for us in here, I invite you to stand as you wish, and let's dance it out, y'all. God is my everything. I'm going to ask Adrian for a little guitar right now. Come on. Oh, yeah. And can I get a little bass? Come on, Brandon. Here we go, y'all. God is my everything. God is my everything. He's
LaRhonda Steele. Thank you so much. Go to the Alberta Rose Theater website. Look for those tickets for the Nina Simone tribute. It is an experience you will not want to miss, I guarantee. I have 3 really quick announcements for you. As we mentioned earlier, our new member orientation is happening in about half an hour here, 12:30 West Coast time, and it's going to be outside and online. If you are joining us here in person, please make sure you sign up at the little table there. And if you're joining us online, go to our homepage, scroll down to where you'll see a beautiful little graphic there, and click there. You can sign up there online, and you'll get your Zoom link that way. So, new member orientation right now. Come learn about us. We're not going to ask you to sign anything in blood. We're not going to ask for your firstborn child or your puppy. It's just for you to get more information about who we are, what we do, and why we do it, and get to know us all a little bit better. Our fall community-wide retreat, Stepping into the Sacred, a weekend of spiritual practice, connection, joy, rest, renewal, all of it is happening. It's going to be led by our marvelous spiritual director, Rev Shannon O'Hurley, with music by the great Jamie Lula. We are so excited for this. We have a limited number of rooms left, so please go ahead and reserve your spot today. $75 reserves your spot. All the info is on the website. And our Reproductive Dignity and Rights Ministry is having our second meeting on this Wednesday, August 17th, from 5:30 to 8 West Coast time. And this is going to be online via Zoom only. If you haven't signed up for this new ministry, there's a link on the website homepage, and then the Zoom link to attend will be sent to you after you click to register for it. If you need assistance, please email the goddess of all knowing and wisdom, Carolyn Gomez, in our office. You know it's true. You know it's true. Listen, this particular meeting is about creating specific teams to mobilize into action. This is how we create a classic grassroots organization team. And, you know, I really want to invite some of you who do not have uteruses. This is just as important for your walk of truth in the world. And we have many people signed up. We have many who do not have uteruses, but really this ministry is for all of us, because reproductive rights are human rights, and it's very, very important. So all of these 3 things that I mentioned, go to our website, newthoughtcsl.org, and scroll down until you get to a section marked Special Announcements. And you'll see a box for each one of these. Just click on the one you're interested in to get more information, and it's all right there, okay? Reverend Shannon.
Righty. Yes, and I look forward to seeing all of you Wednesday night for that very important reproductive dignity and rights meeting. It'll be so great. We have prayer support here, and it is magnificent. Practitioners, I invite you to make your way down to the front, and if you are here in the sanctuary, prayer happens right after service. It's quick, it's easy. You just come forward and let one of these beloveds know they are trained in the art of affirmative prayer, and they will support you. Also online, if you are currently watching in this moment, you can click there on the link in the chat box, and you will be brought into a place where you'll be in a private breakout room with yourself and a practitioner. So please avail yourself of that. I want to thank all of you who are here in person, who came to create this energy and this love. It is so deeply felt. Thank you very much. And for those of you beloveds, we have some folks watching from Nevada, from California, from all over Oregon, Colorado, Florida, Nebraska, and Mexico. Welcome. We're so glad you are here. With that, Shelley Walker, come on up with me as we say our final blessing. And I look forward to seeing those of you for the new member orientation in just about a half an hour outside. With that, may you go in the light, as the light, and with the light until we meet again. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. You are loved. See you.
I release